Viewers, welcome back to the channel. It's another player spotlight. Now, I do want to mention, last week you guys absolutely seem to love the new kind of format where we're moving these players to different clubs, and I really like doing that format as well. As it brings a little bit more difficulty to it, but it definitely, I feel, brings a lot more sort of an organic growth. The best way to do it, we can see him. We can see the player in different places and different positions. Definitely works a lot better. So I'm very pleased with how you reacted to that video. Thank you very much. The comments on the Jean Nguessan video, unbelievable. You guys smashed that. The other one didn't do so well. And like Target, I don't think it's been hit. So I do feel like 2 weeks in a row now, no like Target was hit. I think it's time we have to drop down to one episode a week for the time being for the player spotlight. Anyway, now of course we do also have the World Rotter Domination series on its way to the end, and when that eventually comes to the end, I do have another series lined up and planned, and I've already gone through the first couple of seasons of it, and that's, take that as you will, seasons, okay viewers. But anyway, today's player, let's no messing around. Let me know down in the comments what you think of this player, if you've heard about him, if you've seen him before. Remember, on the way down there, you press that like button, you press the subscribe button if you haven't done so already, so that we can keep the ball rolling, viewers. And hopefully we can get a tactic video out soon. I miss doing the tactic videos, so hopefully we can do that as well. But this is the player we are looking at today, viewers, Dario Sarmiento. Now, this guy is Argentinian. He comes from Estudiantes. I've recognized the team name, but I've never really used them. I've never really managed in Argentina, to be honest. But this player, as you can see, one strength. Now, ignore that. That's fine. That could be anything. Now, this player does have really good potential of 160, the range of 160, so we will hopefully see, well, we will see the player at his actual peak. It's set to 160 anyway in this saved game file. Now, not this one, the one that we will actually eventually go for. Now, of course, I'm just at Barcelona here, so we're going to see how much they want for this man. 1.5 million straight off the bat. Let's see if we can get him for 850. No, 1.3, 1 million. 1 million and friendly. So £1 million for this player. The good things about this player, viewers, is that you can play him in this attacking midfielder role or as a striker, and he is. You can play him in both, and he is probably better suited attribute-wise as that striker. But in this video, I'm going to be doing both, just so you can see exactly how he performs in different positions, because we might as well make the most of it. Now, we have actually stuck Dario in a club in Slovenia, so I've chosen this league just because they're not actually the biggest club in, well, they're not actually the best team in this league right now. I think they're predicted to finish 3rd or 4th, correct me if I'm wrong. Olimpija Ljubljana. I've never heard of them, to be honest. Sorry, Slovenians. But as you can see, as we are set at 160, he does have a lot different attributes, and that is because a lot of his attributes are set to 0, so they will fluctuate from save game file to save game file. I know on my Youth to Gold he had really low finishing, but on the 2 or 3 that I've seen him on recently, he has high finishing. Absolutely fantastic. So a lot better determination, still the 1 strength, but that's fine. 16 years old at the start of the game, 5'6". We have put him in this team, and I do think as a 2.5-star current ability, we are playing him as a striker, viewers, in this formation right now. We are playing in, of course, the Phantom Menace. We want to see what we can get out of this player alongside a strike partner in his early years. So that is the reason why, as we go from different clubs to different clubs, we will be trying different formations as well as different positions. So don't worry, I'm not going to be abusing the Phantom Menace too much. But because it's an attacking formation, because we normally see a lot of goals from the strikers, it's going to be interesting to see how he does. But anyway, viewers, we have skipped forward 2 years at the start. We have gone, of course, we normally skip the first year anyway, but 2 years, and we have won the league by 11 points. Let's take a look at it and see how we've actually done. Did we win it last year? We did win it last year as well. So 2 years on the bounce. we have won this league, and 2 years before that, and 2 years before that. So Maribor are kind of like the biggest team in Slovenia. They won it the season in real life before. So the first season we won it, and the second season. Fantastic stuff. Now, as we can see here, Dario is not the top scorer. We have another player, Vukacic, on 31 goals. He's had an absolutely outstanding season. But Dario has got 15 goals to his name. And look how good he already is. Just remember, viewers, this is just at 18 years old. He has already got the current ability of 134. So, as it's set to 160, we have improved vastly already. 5 strength. We've gone up by 4. That's good enough. Already, that's good. He has now turned the striker role into a natural position, of course as a false 9 or an advanced forward, but we are playing him as a pressing forward. But we still have that really good passing ability, so he can be good in the cam role, dependent. Maybe like a shadow striker, something like that would be absolutely fantastic. Now, he has a value of 1.1 million. After 2 years, he had a very off season before, and that is simply because he wasn't old enough to play in this league until he turned 17, which I did not know at the time, viewers, as I probably would have put him in a different league. But the second season where he has been playing, I mean, to be fair, 6 goals in 9 games, not actually that bad, is it? But in the second season, 15 goals in 34 games, 2 assists, 3 player of the matches, a good average rating, 22 goals in total. I'm happy with that so far. Competitions-wise, have they won any other cups? They were knocked out in the group stage of the Europa Cup, knocked out in the qualifying of the Champions League, and the semi-final of the Cup. Did they win the Cup the year before? They did, viewers. So they had a very successful 2 years. As you can see, viewers, at the end of the 3rd year, we did not win the league. And that is simply because one man decided to leave. He had a big offer coming in. It was accepted without us actually doing anything. And he has gone to Liverpool, viewers. So, already, a big move. That was for £4.9 million. He's played 9 appearances in the Premier League, 1 goal. So, they haven't really used him much in the Premier League. So, now, I have had to load the Premier League. And we've started with Dario Sarmiento in the Premier League for Liverpool. So, let's have a look in a couple of years how he's doing in the big leagues. And here we are, viewers. At the end of the 5th season, and Liverpool, 5th place. It's not that good, is it? Although it's very tight at the top, to be fair. No one really ran away with it. Just 4 points between 1st and 2nd. Manchester United winning it. Fantastic for me. 2 points off 4th place, Leicester. So disappointing. However, you can see a UEFA Champions League notification is next to it. And that is because, viewers, Liverpool won the Champions League. So great stuff. They actually won it in the 2021 season as well. But what we're actually here to see, viewers, is after 5 years, how has he developed? Now, as we can see, he's at his peak of 160 current ability now. So that's fantastic. The physicals on the man, outstanding stuff. Although he only has 4 jumping reach and 8 strength, which is got a lot better from being 1 strength. The acceleration, agility, balance, the natural fitness is great to look at as well. Pace of 17. He's quick. He's good off the ball. His passing is 15 as well, so he can pick a pass out. Great decision making. Of course, the dribbling, finishing, and first touch above 15 definitely helps as well. So, £30 million he's currently valued at on 80 grand a week. He has won the Champions League at Liverpool. He's had 2 very good years in Liverpool in the Premier League, a 15 goals tally and a 14 goals tally, 3 assists and 4 assists, 4 and 3 player of the match as well. Good average rating. This is the tactic that we were using him in, so kind of just this false 9 role, the way he's quite good at, and I had a couple of other players that I was making sure played most games as well, as you can see there. So he performed very well. I'm happy with that, but I think it is time to see how he does elsewhere. He's done all the good stuff in the Premier League. He's won the Champions League, for Christ's sake. You cannot get any better than that. I want to see him dominate a league, and he's not quite doing it in the Premier League. The weirdest thing happened, viewers. Virgil Van Dijk scored the most goals for Liverpool. And it must be just from corners. It must just... I don't know. It's big Virg, but he managed to score 15 goals in the league in 38 appearances. He got 13 in the other time that I was using him as well. So the corner routine I'm using is obviously very good. And with that, viewers, I popped Dario on the transfer market and I sent him to Holland. PSV Eindhoven, £27 million they paid for him. We paid for him. I actually went over and sent that deal over to Liverpool, accepted it myself so that I can guarantee he went to us so that we can continue his journey. He is here in Holland and I'm going to play him in a different role this time. They have a very good side. A shadow striker is the role I want to play him in that attack role, just to see whether he has a big effect on it. I haven't really seen a good tactic where a shadow striker is implemented and it actually works out quite well. So I'm quite intrigued. I want to try this, see how it goes. Let's go forward and have a look at how he does by the end of the season. So just in case you guys have lost count, this is the end of the 6th season now. Now PSV have finished in 2nd place, in behind AZ Alkmaar. So we can't see that he is the top scorer or anything like that. So we're going to have a look at the squad itself, see how he's performed. 8 goals, 8 assists in 44 appearances. It's not the best, is it? Now, what I am quite concerned with is maybe we are not utilising his full force in this role, which could be a problem, to be fair. Just the 8 goals and 5 assists in the league. Still a high average rating though, 7.21. Matches his highest since he since he came out of Slovenia, which is obviously where his highest goal tally was. But I think personally his best role is an advanced forward or as a false 9 in a striker role, because he has the fundamental attributes to be an incredible striker. Just the composure is slightly lacking, maybe anticipation, but the rest of him is very, very good indeed. So maybe we should move him forward again, see how he performs. That's exactly what I've done, viewers. I told you I'm going to be playing him in different formations, in different leagues. His value's dropped down to 24 million. Let's see if we can increase that with the last season of the Dario Sarmiento player spotlight. Look at him, how he does. That's what we're calling it. And see how he does after 7 years. Now 7 seasons has now passed. Funny enough, the last friendly that we will ever play is going to be against the team that he started at, but that is just how this game likes to excite you, doesn't it? Now, PSV, unfortunately, they finished out of the top 3 for European football. They still managed to get the EC2, which I don't quite know why. There's some sort of like playoff, which is the reason why you get that, so fair enough. We're going to be playing in that, even though Utrecht, who finished 2 positions lower than us, are playing in the Europa League. That's fine. It doesn't matter anymore. What does matter is Dario Sarmiento is the top scorer of the team in his 2nd season. His value's actually dropped down again, but I still think, viewers, that we shouldn't underestimate how good this player actually is. 18 goals in 36 appearances. I think this level is kind of the best for him at the kind of like the Dutch level, the 2nd tier of leagues, maybe Portugal, something like that. Let me know what your thoughts are on his ceiling, really, on where his attributes suit him, because I do think this is a very good player and very much a player spotlight worthy player because of how cheap he is. £1 million. I mean, we could have put him in PSG and see exactly how he did, but it's kind of unrealistic. We've seen what he did at Liverpool, and he didn't quite set the world on fire. Although he played well, he didn't quite do the business where he needed to. Still, a good amount of goal tally. We see a lot of Premier League strikers not hit these tallies in their season. Still as quite a young player, because remember, he is only 23 years old after 7 seasons, because he starts off as a 16-year-old. So signing for Liverpool as an 18-year-old, he played a lot of games, he scored a lot of goals, but still, there is a ceiling for this man, and I do think it is in the leagues such as the Eredivisie, maybe the Belgian league, something like that. I think when you go and put him in places like the Serie A, the La Liga, even the Premier League, he will struggle and give you just sort of average striker seasons. So this man, Dario Sarmiento, I'm still really happy with him. He's on 63k a week, so he's not asking too much as a 23-year-old. His value obviously fluctuates depending on what league he's in. If he had stayed in Liverpool for a longer time, maybe his value would be a lot higher. But I still think this player is very good for the price of just £1 million if you can get him. And now remember, you need to have Argentina loaded at the start of the game if you want to use him. For £1 million, you might as well. If you've got £1 million at the start of the game, you don't know who to spend it on, Dario Sarmiento is a good option for both of these positions. So there we have it then, viewers. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Nonetheless, it was a bit of an underwhelming one considering the ones that we've had recently, but I still think it was good enough nonetheless. Now, remember, you need to keep hitting that like target, else we won't have any more of these player spotlights coming forward. I need to know that you guys are still enjoying it, and that tells me by hitting the like button, telling me down in the comments, telling me watching the videos that you want to see these keep coming, because we've got a long wait, viewers, until the start of FM21. It looks like we have another like 4 or 5 months before the game's going to come out, so you might as well keep playing some Football Manager 2020, keep starting new saves if you get bored with a previous one, and keep signing some of these players from the player spotlights. But my name is Omega Luke. Subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye. Well, thank you very much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, there's another one below that I have picked for you to have a look at. Also, if you'd like to sponsor me as a content creator by pledging to my Patreon page, you can do just that by following the link below and be like one of these wonderful people. Thank you.